Hello everybody, Lonna Lamb here. Welcome to my studio. We're going to be painting today this beautiful peppermint music note for the holidays. I've titled this one Holly Jolly Christmas, and actually the music notes that go around this piece are the music notes to the song Holly Jolly Christmas. I had a great time painting this one. I love the background and how it looks. It is so beautiful, and I can't wait to paint it with you. I will be using Deco Art Americana acrylic paints, so let's grab our paints and supplies and let's get painting. Alright, so on this surface I have applied a couple of coats of just black paint. And now I want to kind of dress up the outside edge and the top. So I've got some 24 karat gold paint here and some turquoise. We'll see if I like this or if I want to come back and just paint over it with black paint. So I don't want to have complete coverage here, but I think it's going to be nice. And if I get too much, I can come back with my black paint and, you know, take some of it down. But I think it's going to be a nice edge for our canvas here. Just kind of skim it on there. And then I'm going to put some on the top as well. On the edges, kind of pulling it in. Beautiful paint. Okay, a little heavier where you want to see a little bit more of that. Alright, and then I'm just going to flip this over and go to my turquoise. Sorry, my husband's alarm is going off on his phone, but he's doing something where he can't turn it off. So, and I'm going to put turquoise through here. Going to pull it out into that gold a little bit. I want to see some of the black, some of the gold, some of the turquoise. So pretty. Okay, so if you want to put any of this on the edges as well, kind of make everything kind of cohesive. We want to see the black, the turquoise, and the gold. Just very lightly putting it on here with a damp sponge. Okay. Alright, that looks pretty good. I like that. I'm not going to do any more to it. I'm going to keep it kind of rough and, you know, looking like that and let it dry, and then I'm going to get my line drawing on it. Alright, I got my line drawing on here. We're going to start painting this in. I'm going to undercoat my white areas with some light buttermilk. I may just keep them this color, period, because I kind of want a more antique-y look here. I really am loving the background, so hope it all comes together here. Try and keep your circles nice. If you have, like I put my circles on with this stencil, I could actually just lay my stencil right on here and stencil these in. I thought I'd go ahead and paint it in like this to try and still get that more antique-y feel. Going right out to that line. And right here I didn't quite go to it, so, and I'm covering up that line, not going past it, but making sure that I include it with my paint. Alright, let's put some on our peppermint that go up this way. And I'm just using a 8 flat brush here. Now you could tape off these here and paint them in faster, kind of like stenciling. When you stencil the circles down there, that would paint faster, and then you could tape these off and paint them faster. I'm going to round this corner a little bit. I rounded this one. Alright, we'll have to put a second coat on there. And so now we're going to paint in our holly leaves, base coat them in. And I'm going to try this one green I've got out here. It's a little bit more of a darker muted green, but it also has like an antique green feel to it. Of course, laying it on top of this teal color is going to change it a little bit, so that's why we do 2 coats, so we can get more of the true color here. But this is a darker green. I thought it would be a good feel for a little bit older looking piece. Just take your time and follow your pattern lines. And I'm going to go to a smaller brush to paint that tip in. This one goes behind that peppermint there, so we only see part of this one. I'm going to leave a little gap between those two so I know how they go. I could put my line drawing back on, it's kind of a lopsided one there. I think I'm going to go to my smaller brush for those. And I'm going to go off camera and get all of my second coats on here. Okay, smaller brush for these because they've got some smaller areas. And then I don't want to forget the tip on that one there, so I'm just going to go to a round brush here. got into my circle a little bit there. Alright, a couple more places. And then this tip up here. Alright, I am going to dry this and apply a second coat on everything. Alrighty, I have gotten my 2 coats on here. So now we're going to start adding some color onto our music note here. And we're just going to paint it with some red. I'm going to use Santa red. I feel like it gives me that little bit more of a almost antique-y feel on here. So since I'm just drawing this out and painting it right now, my pattern will actually have lines on it. I'm going to have a dot in the center of my circles. Okay, so if you want to freehand this, I'll show you how you can do this. And then I'm going to create some sections on here that I can paint in. And I have to widen this one or move it over a little bit because I want to have 4 sections on there, so I may have to widen that one. So first thing I'm going to do is put my dot in the center. So I'm just going to dip the end of my brush into some paint and dot that right there. And I'll do the same right here. Go ahead and get my dot on there. And then I'm just going to start painting in my sections. And I don't know that I'm going to follow the lines particularly that I just drew on here. But I do want to get 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, yeah, 4 sections on here. So I'm going to paint that one. Then I'm going to go straight across from it because this will just be the easiest way to do it. And paint this section. And then I'll go here and paint one. You can do these just straight out, narrow at the dot and wide as you get out to the edge if you want that kind of look. Okay, everything will take 2 coats. We're going to put some lines in between. So I'm going to go over here and do this one. This one's a little bit harder to do because of going off the edge of that canvas right there. Okay, one straight across from it. Try and keep my hand out of the paint on the other one. The other peppermint we've already painted in. that one a little bit. That's just a little bit too narrow. Okay, we'll put another coat on those. Now these up here, these two are straight through there. So we're just going to create some peppermint stripes on here. I'm doing kind of a S curve, but you can do just a simple little curve on it if you want. Clean up a little bit here. Okay, go over here and do this one. Get a little bit of water in my paint so it will flow a little bit easier. And then we have this one that goes across the top. And we'll need to do 2 coats. Okay, that one got kind of weird looking. But you know what? Not all peppermint are perfect, so I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so we've got our first coat on those to begin our peppermint look. I am going to go off camera, get it dry, and apply a second coat on here. Alright, let's add some more stripes into our candy canes, or peppermints, I guess. You could have just one stripe in between. I think I'm only going to get one stripe in this one, that's for sure. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. This one's only going to get one. So you can judge your spaces a little bit better, and then you can get either one or two in between all of them. All right, let's put one in between. Okay. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's start adding some shading on our peppermint. Touch more paint in my brush here. I'm having a hard time floating that section right there. Okay, so we're going to separate here. I think I'm going to mix a little bit in my paint because it's not creating that shadow that I want to see. I'm going to go all the way around the outside edge of these round ones. I like to start in the red area, the little bit darker area on these, and then work my way around, because then I don't feel like I'm leaving as dark of a edge on there. Okay, let's do our peppermint above. I like to go down each edge and then come back and highlight down the center. A little bit more of the red in my mix here. So that's our first little float on here. For shading. So I got a little bit outside the edge out there. I'm going to see if I can very gently touch that up with some peacock teal. Okay, so that was our first shading right there. We're going to darken that. We're also going to go around this little dot that we put in the center. You know, we put a circle in the center. We still want to see that kind of circle in the center. So I'm going to go around that, just kind of pity-pat, walk around the center here. It's probably a little bit darker than what I want it to be. Get a little bit of water in my brush here. I think that might help. Okay, I'll go in and erase that pencil line that I put on there. Alright, I want to repeat on my shading. Just those outside edges. Keeping this very close to that edge. See, did I do that side already? Because I can't remember. Alright, I'm going to go around the circle mints here. I think I did everything but the center 2 times there. And a little bit more paint on these edges. Okay, this part right here, I'm really undecided if that needs to be shaded or highlighted, because we're going to highlight down the center, so I think it needs to be connected to the rest of the peppermint. It's going to help it look better, I think. Okay, I'm thinking on these bigger ones here, I'm dry brushing a little bit of orange in the center section of these, because I really need to make the outside circle darker. I'm not going to worry so much about those up there. They can just stay the red, but this area through here needs more red. So the base color that we used right there is what I'm going to use. Let's make this a little bit more red here. Okay, I want to go around those centers again. And just kind of beef that up a little bit. Looks better for me. I like that better. So we're going to highlight, and I'm going to use white. Where's my white? Because we did not paint our peppermints white. We painted them a light color. So that's a little flat right there. I don't want it to be flat. I just dripped water everywhere. Alright, and then we'll put a highlight down these. I feel like that's going crooked. Okay. We got our peppermints done there. So now we're ready to work on the holly leaves. All right, we're going to start shading on our holly. I'm going to see if this color will work for me. The color I picked out. It shows up good enough. This is Black Forest Green. So we're going to use this at the base of our leaves. And we'll use it to separate our leaves, and wherever one goes underneath something or underneath another. I'm going to pick a side that's going to maybe be a little bit more on the shadow edge here. It doesn't matter which side, just as long as you make it consistent throughout your design. This particular leaf goes underneath 2 peppermints. And we'll maybe shade it a little bit on this edge because that one is so close to it. And then this one is actually going underneath that leaf. So we'll be sure and highlight that edge of the leaf. Just make sure you're getting all of them at their base or where they go underneath something. That looks pretty good for our first shading. So we're going to repeat this. Actually, before we repeat this, I want to use this color to create a center vein here. And then we'll darken our shading. So we're going to just use the edge of the brush here. I'm not going to see much on this one. And try and create our center veins. that one we can't really see too much. Maybe a little bit up here at the very tip. Okay, I'm not going to put all the other veining stuff in it. At least I don't think I am. I might change my mind on that. But I'm going to go to a smaller brush if I do that, because that's going to be a little bit too big. So let me go, see if I have a small angle brush that I can use. Maybe go ahead and put some veining in here before we add our dark. Don't quite like that. Sure, I'm gonna like this. That one got a little bit fat. That's pretty good. Okay, I want to do my deepest shading now, and then we'll highlight and add some fun little stuff to it. Okay, I'm going to mix a little bit of black in with this green. It's just going to darken that green a little bit, and then all the places where our darkest shadows would be is where we want to put this. Try not to let it completely take over your previous shading that you did. I already did that one. Green with just a little bit of black. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of water in my brush because I do want to make it just a touch darker at the bases. Just put a little bit of water in my brush with what was left. So I think that does good for our deepest shading there. So now we want to highlight. My options for highlighting are very limited in the paints that I have. And the color that I want to use is a discontinued color. It is olive green, but it is my absolute favorite color. So I'm going to use it if you have olive green. If you don't, you can use some citron green and maybe mix a tiny little bit of your lush green in with it to make it a little bit more opaque. But for me, I'm going to use the olive green. Okay, so this is my favorite green. Love it. Matcha green, if you have that, would probably work well too. I do not have any matcha green. I thought I did, but I don't. And I know when you look at this and it looks so bright, but this green will fade down in there so beautifully. And it's a great complement to these more kind of antique-y colors that I picked out. I'm just going to put a little bit on this side because I think I made it a little bit more of a shadow edge. Using small amounts of paint here, well blended on my brush with my water. Okay, it looks like we got one more up here. I can work it out with this bigger brush. Okay, I'm also going to put some of this beside our vein, our center vein. Just kind of dry brushy along there. This is still just a little dry brushy because I don't have much paint at all on my brush. You could just use a little round brush to do this as well. I just had this brush in my hand, so it's like, just finish that out. Okay, that looks pretty good for our first little float of highlight on there. We're going to brighten it a little bit. We're going to repeat this highlight. We're going to take that same green that we used and add a little bit of white to it. And we're going to put this in just a few places. It's not going to go everywhere. We're just going to pick and choose. I'll put a little bit more white in it so it could be more of an equal mix here. Okay, that is going to take care of that part of the leaves. We're going to add some fun little detail on here with our 24 karat gold. So I'm going to put a little bit of that out and grab my detail liner and thin this down a little bit with some water. Make sure we don't have any water on our ferrule that's going to drip down. And we're going to outline some of these holly leaves. And we can come off of them with a little flip. Love this gold, so pretty. And we're just kind of, I'm mostly putting it on the highlight edge, so extra little shine. So pretty. That's so pretty. I might put a little bit of this on the veining as well. Just dress up these leaves. Very thin layer, okay? Just a little. Okay, do this one. Oh, that's so pretty. So we bring in some of that gold from the background onto this. So pretty. All right, I've got a couple more things that I want to do to this. All right, I'm going to, I really want to put some little filler flowers in here before I do my other stuff that I want to do. So let's see if these are gonna appeal to me. And we put a little white dot in the center of them. Let's give them a little bit, beef them up a little bit. I'm just using a little flat brush. A filbert brush, a small filbert brush would work well. And you can put berries in here if you want to add more red into your design. Let's see, let's put one here. I don't want to get too many. And that looks good right through there. So now I need to work on balancing this side over here. Let's see. Yeah, let's put one out here. Those are some big petals on that one. Maybe a little bit bigger than what I want them to be. Take them down a little scooch there. Okay, I think I'm just going to stop right there because I have to do my other stuff that I want to do out here, and I want to put a little dot in the centers of those. So I'm just going to dot them with, I think I will dot them with that dark green. can dot them with red or yellow, whatever that you have that you like. Well, we didn't use yellow in the design, so maybe not yellow. All right, so I don't know if you can see out here, I've drawn some lines. So I want to put some words of music, Christmas music on here to finish this out. So we're going to see how that's going to work out. We're going to be painting them in with, I think we'll use white or light buttermilk. Okay, I think I decided on white. So we're going to paint our lines in with white. A detail liner and thin paint so you can have good flow. Okay. Keep a brush handy so you can clean up those boo-boos when you make a fat line. Now, these lines would typically be done with black, I think, but we're going to reverse it and do our letters in black. Oh, goodness gracious, I can't paint this line in for nothing. Okay, we've sort of got 4 music lines there. And then the other one I put over here. I think staying up on the tip of the brush is the best. I think I laid one across that one. One more here. Close enough. And then I have one down here, a set of lines down here. Oops. I kind of roughly drew some lines in here, but I don't think I'll be following them very well because they are not spaced. Of course, all 3 of my sets of lines probably don't even remotely match, so okay, so we've got some lines there. I need to get them dry because I'm going to use a marker to, you can use a paint pen, or you can use like a Delimate pen or a Identa pen. Both of these are available on my website. So I'm going to use the Identa pen and write my words in. I'm first going to write it in with my chalk pencil because if I don't get them good, I can erase them and come back and get them on there a little bit better. If you don't want to do words, you can just go and put music notes across your music lines, and that would be super cute as well. Now that I've said that, I might change it to that, so let me see what I want to do. Alrighty, I kind of drew in some notes that go with the music. Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, because that's the title of this particular project. Have a Holly Jolly Holly Jolly Christmas is the title of it. So I'm going to use my marker. I need to make sure my black tip is good. So I'm looking at the sheet music right now to make sure that I sort of make it like it's supposed to be, because once I put this ink on there, it is done. It's finished. It is going to be what it's going to be. So here we go. So that needs to be that, and then this, and then I've got a skinny tip and a fat tip, so I'm going to use my skinny tip here. And then I need my fat tip here. And then my skinny tip. Circle there, and see if I've got a skinny one that writes a little bit better. We're going to outline these in gold, I think. Alright, and then that one, and then we're going to go down half a step, it looks like. We're going to go third line, and then third line, and then we got a line here. Let me draw those lines down. You won't have to worry about how you're doing yours because it'll be all ready for you. Okay, and then we've got two small notes here. A small one here. And a small one on this line. And then they're going to connect up here with a couple of fat lines. But you want to make it look better than I just made. Okay. Because they need to connect to this one that is going to be, where is it? I got it right here. Hope that's right. And then we're going to connect these, and then this one comes up, and then we have a whole note. Okay. That one looks kind of weird. It should be leaning that way, so yeah. Do yours better than what I just did. And then, okay, let's go down here. Because this is Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. And we're only going to get it's the best time of, that's all I can get on here. So, you know, you kind of get the idea. Alright, so this one, is on the bottom. Make sure I'm in the right place. That one, and then this one, and we'll connect them. Maybe with a different pen that writes better. Okay, then we have a line here. And then we've got this one, and this one, and then this one. And that's all we're going to get on there. Okay, that's as good as that's gonna get. I'll erase my chalk lines when I'm done here, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the gold on those. we're going to outline them with some gold, or just put some gold, you know, kind of highlight them with some gold. Okay, we have to put some fresh gold out here. I'm going to put it on everything. So pretty. Maybe on this one I can cover up that boo-boo I made with that line. A little bit, but not a lot. Oh, this is so cute. I think I'm going to decide if I want to put any more filler flowers in this. So cute. So cute. Alright, I got a few chalk lines to erase. And I don't think I'm going to add any more filler flowers. I think it's got just the right amount. I think this turned out so cute. So cute. Much better than it was in my mind. But how fun, how fun. I love it. Kind of retro looking, a little bit antique-y. Pretty much the look I was going for. So lots and lots of fun, you guys. I have enjoyed painting this one. If you have enjoyed it, please be sure that you give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The watch time is the most important thing for me. Watch time, comments, thumbs up. But the watch time is what kicks up YouTube's algorithm and puts me in a different place where I can get other people to watch my videos. So if you could watch longer than 2 minutes, even watch longer than 20 minutes, that would be key. Watching longer than 20 minutes. So if you could watch my video longer than 20 minutes, that would be so helpful. And I appreciate you guys so much. And I will see you on the next one, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.